I think there are disagreements about certain things, but I think that ultimately, given the nature of the economic relationship between the EU and the United States, it will be the American decision that will predominate. I think James has a good point in emphasizing the fact that whatever crinks, whatever disagreements there may be, will be resolved. But the real question here is on whose terms and in whose favor. And I've no doubt that they will be resolved in the favor of the United States, because as Victor pointed out a little bit earlier, one of the things that the Ukraine war has done is sped up the emergence of a Western trading, geo-economic and also geopolitical bloc. With the destruction of the three threads of the Nord Stream pipeline, Europe is now more dependent on the United States in terms of gas, which is more expensive, by the way, than they ever got from the Soviets and then the Russians. And Europe is becoming increasingly dependent on the US economically. And I'm sure that one of the issues that was also discussed today is the EU's relationship with China. And the US has never hidden the fact that it wants to sort of pull the EU towards itself and compete with China, oppose China economically. And so Europe is being pulled into the American orbit. Its energy sources are now more expensive. Its industrial products will be more expensive as a result. And that's why Thierry Breton, who is the EU's sort of chief economic negotiator, has spoken repeatedly and publicly, he's on record, about the threat of deindustrialization. This makes the EU more dependent on the US and less influential as an international economic player, as a bloc, I mean, which, after all, is why the EU was created in the first place.